And shout out to Casey Riley, says Mike Leach, Cody, Wyoming's finest. Yes, Coach Leach was the man. I was very lucky. We were very lucky. SGPN. And shout out to Kev Dallas giving us $5 saying he needs an early winter tomorrow morning. Christmas around the corner. If not, the kids are getting cold for Christmas. There we go.
No pressure.
Look, if you are they kids as in sons, daughters? Because your son will understand. Daughter, I don't know. Didn't get the right Barbie. That could be a pain in the ass. But if it's your son will have a conversation with you in a couple years. All right. In the meantime, play some Sega Genesis from back in '92. All right, some shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Tomorrow's slate. Let's go. Game 1, 8:30 in the morning. There is a game at 8 a.m. out here in the West, and that is Penn State Allegheny against Drexel, the Dragons.
There are afternoon games the entire week, by the way. So
as it should be.
Christmas, baby.
Why don't we have this all year? I mean, come on. No one. Everyone works from home these days. These are, we should have this all year. Anyway.
And nobody goes to the games in the evening, so don't give me the ticket sales. Nobody goes to this fucking game.
Yeah, fucking Drexel hasn't sold out a game in fucking 60 years. All right. ULM is at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's laying 5.5. I can't do it. I've been burned on. You want to talk about if I had to name a couple teams that have cost me the most money this year? St. Peter's might be on there, but Jacksonville is certainly on that fucking list. So give me ULM in the points, but I am not. Actually, it's a standalone game. Should I go back to the well with Jacksonville?
No, I'm going to talk you into Monroe. I don't think this is an elementary school game because it's the holiday season. So it's going to be a quiet atmosphere down there in Jacksonville. Monroe's coming off back-to-back road losses. They're going to be ready to go in this game. Let's go, Monroe. Warhawks, lock it up.
Oh,
school's out. I agree with Mac. School's out.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, Monroe.
Isn't that a fucking Motley Crue song or something? Anyway, let's go. It wasn't Motley Crue.
Did we just triple lock Monroe?
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
There we go. We got that donation. So
that was not a triple lock. No, I was just agreeing with Mac being that the school is out for the elementary kids.
Fucking so soft. So fucking soft. Your fucking cocktail napkin
got it.
Such a pile of shit. You know what I mean? Have some fucking cojones. Make a fucking pick. Good
he won't do
God.
It. He doesn't get that. He does a good job of not giving in to peer pressure, which I recommend. Always give in to peer pressure. It always ends well.
Yeah, I mean, where the hell's my theme music? Here we go. Friends through eternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. All right, next up. South Carolina.
Real quick, somebody in the chat, Big Cash Glizzy, they're not coming off back-to-back. They had a D3 home game that they played, so they got that out of the way.
Perfect spot.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Monroe.
South Carolina State's catching 12.5 against UNC Asheville. Buddy, you've taken me for a ride on this South Carolina State team. I don't appreciate this ride. All right. No. I feel like you've talked me into taking South Carolina State like 3 or 4 times, and every time they get drilled by 40.
Not against Jacksonville last week when they won outright.
That's probably that's because I took Jacksonville that night.
Yeah. We got to take Asheville because South Carolina State's just bad on the road. They're good at home. They won both their home games against North Florida and Jacksonville. So when they come back home against Bruton Parker on Friday, we'll look to take them then.
All right, look, there's 2 3:00 games. We have to bet one of these. South Carolina State, Asheville, or Coastal Carolina at Charleston. Charleston's laying 14.5.
I think this should be the one. I think we should bet Coastal because they already played. They played in that tournament. The line was like 8.5. I think this is too much. Coastal, lock it up.
Even though they switch coaches.
Yeah, I just think that they've already played. They're familiar with one another. So I'll be on Coastal here. I mean, they lost.
I was thinking Coastal was the play, but I just was like, eh.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Although they have not played a road game, so
nope.
that
I am locking up Charleston. Here's why. So that you were right. The line was around 7.5 or 8 the first time they played. Why is Charleston laying 14? The home court advantage isn't 6 points. Second of all, this is the head coach's first road game ever, by the way, as a head coach. And then third, I just think there's just too big of an advantage here. Coastal Carolina's faced the 338th strength of schedule so far this season, and Charleston is just really good on the glass. Coastal 346th in defensive rebounding, and Charleston takes care of the ball. They're going to force some turnovers on Chanticleers on their first road game. Chanticleers 244th in turnovers once again against the 328th strength of schedule.
What about this?
Lock up the Cougars.
What about this? I have been to Charleston, South Carolina many times.
Me too.
It's kind of a transplant city.
But that home court environment,
they're good at home.
No,
though.
The reason why I say that is the students aren't going to be there for this. And
yeah, but like you said, they're a transplant city. So like you're not getting many students to begin with. They're like it's one of the oldest like residency cities in the country in terms of demographics. I know that because I've been down there a couple of times too. But
I know I love the city, but my point that I'm trying to make is that normally that stadium gets lit, but I feel like students are a big part of that. If students aren't there, I think a lot of the people that live within Charleston are not from Charleston, South Carolina.
No, Noah talked me off the lock. I'm just gonna pick Coastal just because I didn't realize it was their first. I don't know how they've only played no road games. That's shocking to me being a mid-major. Colby, I think we should rewind and lock up Asheville if we're going to do one. They've lost 3 games in a row on the road. Now they're back home. South Carolina State's really bad on the road.
Well, we got to lock one of these 3:00 games.
So I'm locking Charleston. You can at least play me my music, and then you guys can hop on the other play. That way we're locking both as a show.
Okay. Yeah. But
I like Asheville better. So Colby, which one do you like better?
Well, this one. Give me Coastal Carolina plus the points. Little brother.
Oh, get out of here with this shit. This isn't the little brother game today. No.
This is definitely a little brother. Charleston made the NCAA tournament last year. They reside in the same state. They're not a far drive from one another. What are you talking about?
Yes. I've made this drive.
It's it is not. I just made this drive fucking in the past 2 years.
Isn't it like 3 hours? That's not.
No, it's 2. It's 2.
It's not a close drive,
dude. 2 hours is nothing. Fucking, I go to work every day 2 hours. You know what I mean? What are you talking about? Coastal's covering this.
Anytime they're bordering states inside the same state, but 6 hours away, New York, Philly, you guys are.
No. I never said the New York Philly angle. That was all Mac.
Oh, they hate each other. New York and Philly hate each other.
Iona and St. Joe's have nothing against each other at all.
2 hours is close, man. 2 hours. And look, my parents look. I have spent time. My parents retired down there in South Carolina. That shit is an easy fucking drive. There's no cars on the road. That shit is easy. Yours is smooth. You can have a couple of these on the road. I mean, shit. I'm just saying, there's nothing. No one's there. You know what I mean?
No, you can hold on to that Iona game all you want. It will not change that Fair Dick and Tobin Anderson still beat your Boilermakers last year.
I'm just sticking to it. Tobin Anderson's just he just plops from one place to another after 1 year. He hasn't settled down and actually proven anything to me.
Settled down? What are you? Fucking, what are you? Jesus fucking, what's going on here? This fucking guy settled down. You talk like a fucking 29-year-old woman. I need to settle down. Anyway, I'm taking Coastal. I think Coastal's going to cover this thing, man.
And I'm on Asheville. So I settled on the Asheville one after digging more. Let's go. It's the first time I've ever rewound and locked one up.
All right. So, folks, I'll give him his Asheville music. Let's go.
Let's go, Asheville. They're going to win by 20.
2 hours is far. The fuck is he talking about? The Aqueduct, Quinnipiac is laying 4.5. against Holy Cross.
This line reeks.
You know I hate Quinnipiac. I really hate Quinnipiac. Shouldn't Quinnipiac be like a fucking 7 or 8 point favorite?
They should be. I mean, it's what, a 7-3 team versus 2-8. Holy Cross, though, they're 2-8, but they got drilled by Boston College. I like the bounce back here. I'll take you to a lock. Let's go. Holy Cross going to win this game.
I'll go, but
they're
just
going to win, man.
Hold on. I want people to know that I think Holy Cross is one of the worst teams. But
it'd be Dewey Pooey in Georgetown.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's take it. Because Quinnipiac's all over the place. They're never consistent.
They're way overrated.
Yeah. Bradley is catching 2.5 at Duquesne.
I struggle with this game.
Give me Bradley to win outright. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Bradley's lost 4 in a row. It feels like the buy low spot on them again. I thought it was against Cleveland State. So I'll take Bradley. I'm not locking it, though.
Yeah. Maine, the Black Bears are catching 13.5 at UCF at the moon bounce on the hardwood.
UCF kind of fucks team up at home, though.
But is anyone going to be there?
Probably not.
Give me Maine and the points. I'm not locking it, though. What are you doing here?
I'll take the points. I'm not locking this.
Noah?
I'm locking it up. I'm taking UCF. So going to take you down to the strength of schedule again. Maine, they have had a great start to the season. They're 8-4. They have also played the 339th strength of schedule. The one time they took a step up out of the 200s in KenPom, they got smacked by Charlotte by 17. UCF has the rebounding edge on the glass.
That was the first game of the year, though.
It was, but they have not played another team of the similar caliber. UCF has the edge on the glass, and their defense is ranked 27th via KenPom. Maine's offense 266th against the 339th strength of schedule. So I'm locking up UCF. I think their defense is just going to be too good this game.
What's the napkin got?
Believe me, I love the Cocaine Bears. Napkin's got this at -19, by the way.
You know, a lot of people go to college for 7 years.
But then again, it's not accounting for a dead home environment. So, but I still think -12 is.
I knew you were gonna lock that.
Give me the Black
so
Bears
predictable.
And the points. It's too many points. Give me the Black Bears and the points.
At
Do you
this
guys have
point,
more locks than me? What's going on this show right now?
Meaning, show up tomorrow. Actually, fuck, I'm not going to be on the show tomorrow.
Yeah, you show up tomorrow. So at this point, he's going to fade my next pick, which is going to be my favorite pick of the show, if they don't give me a nudge on any others. And I highly advise him not to.
Really? Morgan State's getting 7.5 at Campbell. Wait, is Morgan State his favorite play on the show?
He's talking about another one in the state of Michigan. We'll get to it here in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. Take the points?
I think so. I think it's a little steep. I think like Campbell's going to win by 4, by 5. Give me Morgan State in the points. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll take the points. No lock.
Maryland Eastern Shore is catching 12.5 or 13 at Marist. Give me the fuck. Wait, what?
Yes.
What?
Lock.
Fucking
lock.
Rick Smith's back at Marist? What the fuck is happening here?
Who the fuck is Marist to be like 12.5? Get out of here with this. They hung with ECU last week.
Let's go. Give me Maryland Eastern Shore. 12. I see a 13 out there too. Let's go.
Maybe the money line's in question here. Let's go.
Yeah. I mean, look, if you're sitting there pissing around money, hey, what was that guy's name earlier? Joe? I only do parlays. Joe, instead of doing one of these 16 parlays, can I offer some advice? Like I said, we should take UTSA on the money line tonight on last night's show, right? For today's game. They lost by 1, but had you hit that, you would have made more money. And it's just a lot easier than hitting that than your 16 parlay. Just a little, just from a guy. You're talking to a guy that got expelled in 5th grade for having a gambling ring. All right. Just a guy that's been doing it for a while. All right. Just saying. All right. Delaware State's catching 20.5 at Wake Forest.
I was so tempted.
I think I think we should.
Is the line telling us that Wake's going to fucking house them, though? Like, Delaware State's covered every game for like 7 games in a row. They're like due to just get absolutely railed.
But it's like that scene in Something About Mary when it's like the pizza man that's been acting like he's retarded. Right. And he finds out he's just normal and he's like, I love her, man. You know what I mean? That's the way I feel about Delaware State. I love her, man. I'm betting this shit. Give me the Hornets plus 20.5. Let's go. Shout out to Alfred 44. He's going to this game.
Let's go.
All right, we got a bunch of
points.
Yeah, let's take the points. Murray State's laying 1.5 at Littlecock. Oh, should we bet on Murray State? They're coming off a loss.
Yeah, they lost They've lost 4 in a row. This is a good buy low spot. Let's get Little Rock out of here. Murray State locked themselves.
Fuck you, Darrell. No, I like Darrell Walker, but fuck you, Little Rock. Let's go.
Little Cock. Noah Bieniek's here.
Yeah, you guys. What do you mean? You guys don't. Describe Something About Mary as that retarded pizza man movie. What's up, Noah? What are you doing here, buddy?
Why are we skipping 7:00 games?
What? Oh shit! Did I miss one?
Yeah, very conveniently.
That was not on purpose. Okay, do you have a play on Murray State Little Rock before I touch on that game? Okay.
No.
Oakland, not California. Oakland, Michigan. The Golden Griffs are heading to East Lansing to take on Michigan State. Michigan State is laying 16.5.
I'm fucking struggling with this game, man.
I'll take the points. I think I could be talked into a lock here, but Noah's like writing shit down. He's got that fucking Detroit Tigers fucking sticker on his wall. He's got the fucking Kyle Trask fucking jersey. He's been praying to Tebow for 20 years. What are you doing here, buddy? Oh, look at that hat.
Oh,
look at that hat.
We knew he was going to lock Oakland. The spot does favor Oakland. They haven't played in 10 days. Sparty just beat the freaking shit out of Baylor. I kind of think we should bet Oakland. Sparty's going to win by 10 to 12. It's going to be Izzo's going to have his little freaking Christmas sweater on, freaking yelling at the refs. I'll go Oakland. Let's go. Lock it up. Sparty by 10.
You guys are solo on this one.
No, give us your breakdown.
What's your breakdown, buddy?
My favorite lock of the day. Greg Kampe has had 10 full days with Oakland to prep for this game against Michigan State. And oh, what do you know? The sky was falling in East Lansing, and all of a sudden it's fixed. They beat one undefeated team in Baylor, who their best win was Auburn, and then they had played shit cans after that. The very first opening night, they played Auburn with a freshman-led backcourt. I don't know how good Auburn or Baylor truly is. And all of a sudden it's fixed. Oakland has a fella named Trey Townsend. They're 5-man, their best player. He's a stretch. He can even shoot the 3-ball. Michigan State does not have a center. They don't have a good front court. That is their weakness. Trey Townsend lit up Xavier to an outright victory. Oakland is 0-21 against Michigan State, but you're hearing it here on the College Experience.
They are live. That's a tough stat to back after.
They are live against Michigan State tomorrow. You saw Seattle today. Seattle was 0-16 against Washington going into today. Double overtime, absolute thriller. Oakland is going to force Michigan State to hit the outside shot with their little finicky zone. Michigan State's going to have to shoot over it. And I don't know if Michigan State can. They've been so inconsistent this year. They're going to have to prove to me after their biggest win of the season to go in and take down Little Brother. This is the Little Brother spot.
Oh, now you want the Little Brother spot.
Oakland's Super Bowl in East Lansing. Our drive, fellas, for those that are questioning.
I do like the spot. I'm with Noah.
It's a hell of a spot for Oakland after they had 10 days off. I like this Oakland team a lot. I think they have a chance to win the Horizon. Michigan State's been disappointing so far this season. I absolutely love the spot. I like the team. Lock it up. Sprinkle some on the money line. I got it earlier today. Plus 890. I'll get an updated price on this too. Because I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan State gets bet tomorrow. Seriously.
Because the whole chat just seemed like they were on Oakland.
But
I saw like
I
10 comments saying like I already bet Oakland.
Yeah, I bet it at open. Like I think the world's going to be on Michigan State once again. 65% of the bets are on them against Baylor, and they whooped Baylor. That was the right side. I will say this. I think they're going to catch public money again.
I saw someone in the chat saying they live in East Lansing. Literally, no one's here. They're home for the holidays.
It's a college town.
That is the best angle for me. But I'm still backing off this one. This is a you two could fly high.
Go Oakland. They'll lose by 12.
Double lock for Moneyline Mac and Noah Bieniek.
Clark Townsend points it out too. Rocket Watts revenge game. Great angle there too. And Finn Sullivan, I'm not even a hater of Michigan State. I had them in my Final Four last year, and they were a 7th seed. I've watched this team play this year. They don't have it. I legitimately think they're missing pieces.
They're going to the Final Four again this year.
All right, I'll join you. Let's go. Michigan State wins by 16. Let's get it.
You said they were going to Final Four again this year. That would mean that this core had gone there before. AJ Hoggard and
didn't they go like 2019?
No,
they go every 4 years.
This core hasn't. These guys haven't had less than 13 losses in a season. This is just an average team that got hot last year.
We also know you're a diehard Michigan fan, so
yeah.
Put some drywall up. Jacksonville State is getting 4.5 at Tarleton.
I think Jack State's going to win. I don't think Gillespie's not back, right?
Does this stink a little bit though?
What? Tarleton's 7-2 or 7-3 overall.
I just thought this would be more like 2 or 3.
Charleston's 8-2. They've won 6 in a row. I'm locking Jack State. I think Jack State's going to go in there and get a win. They lost 3 in a row. I think they're going to be live in this game and win it outright.
I'll take Jack State, but I'm not locking it.
Let's go.
Fly solo.
Go Cox.
Moneyline Mac. Locking up Jacksonville State. The Mexicans are getting 2.5 at Chicago State. My favorite game of the whole fucking slate.
Worlds colliding again.
UT Rio Grande, Chicago State. Chicago State's laying 2.5. Oh boy. This game's awesome. This is, folks, in case you're looking for this game, it's on YouTube. Yeah. It's on YouTube, right? You can watch us and then lead up right to it. I think Chicago State wins this game.
I got to lock in this game.
It's a far trip.
Yeah. It's
cold as fuck. I know no one's there for the holidays, but I actually think this helps Chicago State because here's what I know. The teams that are located in big cities, you're more likely to have people coming back for the holidays that actually went to Chicago State or something where they actually can pack the arena more than they normally do. Give me the Cougars -2.5. I am not locking this game. What are you doing here?
I'm locking this system play. You got to fade Chicago State when they're laying points. Last time they did was against Delaware State. They lost outright. 2 back-to-back big-time road wins at Northwestern, at Valpo. Mexicans are going to get this thing done outright. Lock up the Mexicans. I'm back on the Mexican train.
You're crazy. You're fucking crazy, man. You're crazy. Moneyline Mac, lock it up. UTRGV, whatever the fuck. Southern Miss is laying 2.5 at Lamar. Oh man, playing? That's a great question.
For what it's worth, I texted you guys this yesterday just from box scoring. I didn't watch a whole lot of basketball, but I didn't think the multi-transfers that had their first debuts yesterday really made that much of a difference. I was looking at a lot of them to see if they really were any game breakers. The only one was Jalen Cook, but he didn't start, and that pissed me off.
Yeah, and none of them played Lamar though. This was a 26-point win for Southern Miss last year.
Southern Miss always fucks Lamar up. I kind of think we should bet Southern Miss. They're off the loss. Lamar's won by 30.
Blood money.
Yeah.
Those filthy pieces of shit. Crime pays when it comes to college basketball. Let's take Southern Miss. UT Martin is catching 6.5 at Evansville.
I like this game too.
Give me UT Martin and the points. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm going to lock UT Martin. I've been impressed with them. They hung in with NC State the other night. I mean, they were winning the game for a good amount. Now, Evansville, I know they're hot, but
they're coming off a loss, actually.
Evansville?
They lost.
No, they beat Bellarmine.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
They got drilled at BYU. I like Martin here, man. I like Martin to keep. I think this game comes right down the wire. I'm going to lock Martin at Evansville. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Let's fucking go. UC San Diego is getting 1.5 at Sac State. Do not bet this game, but give me Sac State. What are you doing here?
2-7 team laying a point. System play. Sac State. Let's go.
You're locking it?
No. I think Sac State, baby. Let's go.
One in line Mag is locking it up. Portland State's catching 3.5 at Fresno. This you can talk me into.
What do you want to bet? Fresno?
Portland State.
Yeah. Does that line reek that they're laying 3? I mean, I thought that would be like a pick.
A little bit. But Fresno sucks, man. I've watched them multiple times this year. Look, okay. You don't want to go there with that? I'll just pick Portland State. I won't bet it, but what are you doing here?
You swayed me into the Portland side, so I'll take them.
Eastern Washington's laid 8.5 in the San Luis Obispo against Cal Poly.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna lay. I mean, Cal Poly's been playing better though. I'm still gonna lay the 8.5 with Eastern Washington. What are you doing?
Yeah, I think they're better. I'll lay with Eastern Washington.
Rob Donaldson says I have $1,000 on Eastern Washington minus 6.5. The line's already jumped to 8. I see it at 8.5 right now, Rob. But I understand
the line opened 5.5 too, so it's really climbed.
Well, EW, remember we took them was against Air Force on the money line, and EW won because their record said 1-7 or something when they had played all these P5 teams.
Yeah.
All over the world. They're much better than their record. So I understand that logic. I'm not betting this though.
I have a soft spot for Cal Poly. I like Cal Poly.
Now you can talk me into this one. The nightcap. The Titans of Detroit are getting 15.5 or 16 at LMU. I told you LMU is not there yet as a team. They just don't look the part to me. They look like they went out and got a bunch of guys in the portal, and they're talented individually, but I just can't get on board with this team. They did beat UNLV somehow, but they got housed by some other shitty teams, man. I guess they beat UTEP by 20, but I think Stephen F. Austin got them by 10. Yale got them. Oakland got them. Santa Barbara got them by 9 the other night. I know Detroit's 0-10, but I feel like
0-10 against the spread.
I feel like we should lock Detroit.
Oh, we said we were going to quit him the last 3 times. I can't help myself. Lock up Detroit.
Let's go.
Let's go, Detroit. LMU's got Colorado State on deck, too.
Yeah, give me those Titans. LMU wins by like 10. Let's go. Lock it
First
up.
cover of the year. This is the one.
This might be the game I feel best about.
Same, man.
When I watch LMU play basketball, it looks like they just took a bunch of guys to them on the court. It's like there's no cohesiveness, no one's setting screens. It's just confusion. Not even organized confusion, just confusion. So,
hey guys, I have a funny stat for you, by the way. The Detroit Pistons and Detroit Titans have combined for just 2 wins the entire year.
Didn't the Pistons win the other night?
No, I think they just have 2 wins.
Or today? Didn't they win today?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look at the score today. I could care less about that team.
Could be the one plus 700.
The other stat is I don't know if they won at home today. If the Pistons did win, going into today, the Spartans had more wins at the Little Caesars Arena where the Pistons play than Detroit Pistons. So that's
hilarious. But Noah, you live in Michigan. You don't have a take on this fucking game?
I'd actually lay it with Loyal Marymount. Like Detroit Mercy is dog water.
Never mind. The Pistons lost by 40. The Bucks.
I thought they won today. They were up early, 2-0. But
I'm fake news.
It's a large lead against the Bucks.
All right,
TVJ goes the combined 2-34.
You have to cover one game at least before Christmas. Come on, Detroit. Like, my God, you can't go 0-11.
I am locking up to recap because that's all of them. We are locking up as in the Dundee followers out there, the land down under. ULM plus 5.5. Coastal Carolina plus 14.5. Holy Cross plus 4.5. Maine plus 13.5. Do see a 14 out there. Delaware State plus 20.5. Maryland Eastern Shore plus 11.5. Sprinkle the money line. Oakland plus 16.5 against Michigan State. Murray State minus 1.5 against Little Cock. Southern Miss minus 2.5 against Lamar. UT Martin plus 6.5 at Evansville. And last but not least, Detroit plus 15.5 at LMU. McIntyre.
Yeah, we both got Monroe to start the day in the early standalone game. I got Asheville laid the big number against South Carolina State. South Carolina State's bad on the road. Holy Cross going to get it done against Quinnipiac. I think they might win the game outright. And then we'll go to Maryland Eastern Shore. I think they're live in this game against a little bit of an overrated Marist team. So give me Maryland Eastern Shore. Murray gets it done at Little Cock after losing 4 in a row. Oakland in the little brother game. Tom Izzo, the Christmas sweater vest game. Give me Greg Kampe and the boys to keep this close. They lose by 10. Jack State at Tarleton gets it done. I think they win it outright. The Mexicans are going to the Windy City. They're going to get it done. Let's go Mexicans. Southern Miss at Lamar. We both like that one. Lay it. UT Martin at Evansville. I think they're live in that game. Sac State at the Nest, baby, is going to get it done against UC San Diego. And the nightcap, Detroit, the Mercy are going to cover their first game. I would not be shocked if they're live in this game. I'm with you on Loyola Marymount. They're not the same this year. Let's go Detroit. Christmas miracle.
Let's go. Hey, Mike Trutt in the chat. Shout out to Mike Trutt. He says, I have tickets to the next 5 LMU games. I might join you, man. I look at their next 5 after Detroit. I'm not going to the one tomorrow because I have a holiday dinner. But Colorado State on Friday, I am considering joining. They have Tarleton on the 29th, which I would consider joining, and then Santa Clara and St. Mary's. Hit me up, man, on Twitter. I'll buy you a fucking beer if I'm at that game, man. But I think I can see myself at that Colorado State game Friday if I can get a ticket. So hit me up at the Colby D on Twitter. Let's fucking go. Noah, fire away with your locks, buddy.
All right. So the first one is Charleston minus 14 against Coastal Carolina. I think they have an advantage on the glass. Coastal Carolina's 328th strength of schedule, and they turn the ball over a ton against that strength of schedule. I just don't see them really lasting against Charleston, who beat them by 8 the line was set at 7.5 or 8 the first time they played. Now it's at 15. This thing smells. I smell blowout. Next one, UCF -12 against Maine. This is another strength of schedule spot. Maine 8-4 entering the game, but against the 339th strength of schedule. UCF is the biggest step up in class they've faced all season long. Another rebounding edge here for the very Golden Knights. Sorry. And their defense is 27th. Maine's offense is 266th. I think that the Cocaine Bears will just get suffocated here. And my favorite bet of the night, Oakland plus 16.5. Wait to bet this. Michigan State's going to be the public side after everybody's saying that they've fixed whatever was broken in the beginning of the season. Just a one-day turnaround. Now they get little brother in Oakland, who's had 10 days to prepare. Greg Kampe's never beaten Tom Izzo and Michigan State, but they're really good friends. Like Max said, this is like a little bit of an ugly sweater, have fun with it game. Yeah. Tom Izzo is going to look like an angry elf on the sidelines. His head's going to be all red with his green sweater. Lay a little bit on the money line, just sprinkle it a little bit because Trey Townsend down low is going to give this front court some fits, and that defense, that little zone is going to give Michigan State some trouble if they can't hit their outside shots. I love the Golden Grizzlies tomorrow. The Golden Cocaine Grizzlies. Sprinkle some on the money line. 1-21. Good luck.
There we go. How many times have you done? How many times have you sprinkled cocaine in that basement of yours? Is that what the ping pong table's for? Look, shout out to Dave Marino. Dude, Dave, how do I let you know? Because I think that, and he says he's willing to drive from Fresno. That is fantastic. Because I've made that drive. But Dave, how do I let you know, brother? Get at me, DM me on Twitter at the Colby D. Because I think I am. Might even take Patty C to that thing. How's that for a fucking fucking date? Huh?
You should see if you guys can get courtside for media.
It's true. I haven't sent an email in 7 years. So I mean that is that would be part of the problem. Folks, appreciate you joining in. We'll be back tomorrow night. Actually, it's gonna be Noah and Ryan tomorrow night. I'm going to a SGPN company dinner, and guess what? They didn't get invited, so I mean, I'm joking.
I'm offended.
Yeah. You guys didn't want to fly over and get a fucking.
You want me to zoom in?
But yeah, you guys are rocking. But my picks will be on SGPN's picks because I know you guys come here for my picks. Specifically, the real winners, but they're gonna hold it down. They're gonna be fine, folks. Check out Noah Bieniek on Twitter at NoahB77_. Also check out his basement if you're in the greater Michigan area. That might cost a few $100. Maybe he'll give you a ride in his LeBaron. All right, wood paneling on the side. That's a fucking ride.
Mac's been in the LeBaron.
Oh yeah, I saw the LeBaron. I saw the LeBaron.
There we go. And give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Honestly, we appreciate the whole chat. You guys are awesome. You guys make this worthwhile. 218 people in here. I don't see 218 likes, but you know what? Like it if you can. If not, I'll sleep absolutely fucking fine. Subscribe on YouTube if you can. YouTube.com/The College Experience. And appreciate everybody. You guys are awesome. You guys make it a lot of fun. What else? Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast. We'll be live talking college football tomorrow. I'll also be live at noon with CJ Sullivan talking the bombs down under, talking about this weekend's college football and college basketball action, as well as tomorrow night and tomorrow. So check that out at noon Pacific. We will be going live. Until next time, folks, this is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.